Hey, Scorpio. Thanks for dropping in with me. We're going to dive into your collective energy and just see what is coming towards you on your path and how you can best greet it to take full advantage of the opportunities on offer, as well as just move forward in an empowering way. This is for any significant Scorpio placement, or if you happen to have a prominent placement in the 8th house, as well as if you are a Taurus rising, that makes you a Scorpio descendant. So let's just dive right in and see what we got coming in for you. We're getting the baseline energy with the Arcane BS deck here. I just love working with this deck. It kind of like takes you into that creative brain space. Maybe you need to use a little bit of your creative brain space to find a solution in a particular situation. Right, what do we got here? We got the false face on the bottom of the deck. So you are dealing with somebody who is putting on a false front. This person is coming forward towards you in a certain way that, you know, you suspect that they're after something. There's something that you got that they want, all right? And they're making it out like they're coming in to be a helpful influence when actually they're looking to help themselves, okay? This person's looking to help themselves. Okay, let's get some more information here. What is this energy coming in for Scorpio? Card here. Ooh, all right. This is somebody who is approaching you on a romantic level. This is somebody who has had their eye on you for quite a while. This is somebody who may have even saved some of your pictures from online. You could have sent some pictures back and forth. I have to say, at some point, this might be hidden. This is something that was kind of on the down low. Like, I can see this is like an online flirtation. Maybe this person is wanting to arrange, like, see you in person, connect with you in person, something like this. I don't know. You feel a little suspicious of this energy, though. We got this super horny porno owl here, all right? This may be somebody that you're not the only one that got pictures of, okay? Okay, you need to be mindful of this. Okay, this is somebody who could have a whole collection of pictures. All right, this is somebody who interacts with a lot of people online like this. I got, if you're dealing with somebody online on this level, this could also be somebody who's just like kind of taken pictures from your social media. They've saved them in a file. They might, you know, they might use them for inspiration, you know, when they need a little release from the daily grind. I think this person's flown under the radar a little bit in regard to this behavior. I also think that you could be potentially finding somebody has a stash of this stuff. You might be coming across something on their computer. It kind of shocks you. It takes you back. This is something hidden. It's like a whole other side to this person that you weren't aware of as well. That's what I feel. Okay, so somebody's cover is being blown here. Somebody hasn't been real with you. They've been wearing a false front. You also may feel like you've been talking to a particular person online and something's felt a little off about the connection. This person may really be pressing to meet with you in person, and you may have your hackles up around this. You may have some suspicions about the person you're talking to, okay? You might be wondering, is this person really who they say they are? You might feel like there's something hidden about this character here. Okay, let me get some more details. There's something here. I just heard sexual misconduct. That's what just came in. Oof. I mean, has somebody been collecting evidence? You're so effing effed here. Somebody may be collecting evidence here, okay? Somebody you're talking to online may actually be collecting evidence. If you've sent pictures like this, or somebody sent pictures your way like this, they may be using them as a bargaining chip. Okay, this could be somebody who's like trying to put themselves in a strong position by finding some way to compromise your position or gather some kind of evidence or some kind of proof. Okay, this could be somebody connected to this individual finding this information, finding these files, finding these messages. It blows a cover, it makes things messy, it puts somebody in the hot seat. Somebody may be presented with this evidence and they got to explain themselves. They got some explaining to do. I mean, it's kind of like damning. There's no way to really like talk your way out of this, whatever's coming forward here. Either you're coming across this information, somebody's got this information on you, or somebody you're connected to, okay? In some way, it's like a hot seat moment. Like somebody's in the belly of the beast and they got some explaining to do and they better have a good explanation. But I don't feel like there's really a way to kind of like run away from this. There's proof. I got photographic evidence. Somebody's either like got pictures to prove it, or they got, you know, something on video to prove it. All right, something's being exposed here. It came through as sexual misconduct, so I don't know what that's about. Let's get some more information here for Scorpio. Okay, yeah, this could be somebody who has a whole life that you don't even know about. I got with the provider here, all right? You may have one perception of this person, and there's a lot you don't know about this individual. There's a lot that's hidden in regard to this person. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'm getting like dual life. Like there's two sides to this person. There's one way that they present themselves to you. It's almost like they got an online image, and then there's the real them. And you know this online image, but there's so much that's kind of lost in translation there that you don't really know who you're talking to. Now, could you be talking to a catfish? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And if that's the case, it could actually be that the person that they're connected to has already caught wind of this. And so they're kind of like playing you to get some evidence. All right. In other cases, you know, this is somebody that you're with, and maybe you even share a child with this person. Okay. And this is somebody you trust, you know, but you're realizing that there's a whole other side to this person that you weren't aware of. And maybe that's because you got to know this person online, you know, and getting to know them in person has been a whole different story, you know. They're not who they present themselves to be online. I don't know why I keep getting this. You're dealing with somebody who is not who they present themselves to be online. They're not. There's something hidden here. And there's something here that could put you in a compromising position, or this person is in a compromising position. Right? There's something about the identity that is masked here. This could be, you know, coming across fake accounts that somebody set up so they can communicate with somebody online, you know, without their partner finding out. There's definitely some secret here. There's something that's been kept a secret here, but I feel like it's not going to be a secret, and something is going to get exposed. And whoever is exposed in this situation has some explaining to do, and they're not going to be able to get their way out of this because there's evidence. Yeah. It was hidden knowledge. It's not anymore. Okay. It's out in the open. And I do feel like the roots of this go real deep. There's a seduction picture involved here. There's something here that also, you know, there's a little bit of snaky energy, and not in a positive way, okay? Because when this is upright, the snake is what provides the knowledge for transformation, transmutation, you know, it's like alchemy energies at work. But this is something hidden. So this is like some kind of temptation, possibly some kind of vice. This could be somebody who, you know, they have a sex addiction, or they have some other kind of addiction. It is coming through on a sexual level, okay? Some kind of misconduct here. They have some kind of addiction. They have some kind of issue, some kind of vice, and it runs the show. And this person keeps going back to this thing. This could be a connection that you know isn't good for you. You know this person, like they sell a good story, but it never measures up to what they say it's going to be. And yet you keep going back in this direction. You can't help like entertaining this thing because you really want to believe the beautiful lie. I got that. There's temptation here, and there is something that you really should like ward yourself from. You should protect yourself from, because you can't really see it here, but this very much reminds me of the medicine wheel. And there's this piece here that's very destabilizing because the south point with the north point is a little out of alignment. So there's something here that keeps you in a karmic loop that you need to transform. And it doesn't feel like it's your first time at the rodeo with this thing. You've been through this before. I got this piece here that this person, they like to engage in certain activity online that may involve like flirtations or, you know, exchanging pictures, you know, this kind of thing, right? And there's something here that it's not serving this person. It's not serving this person, actually. It's actually having a very regressive effect that's keeping them in a repeat loop. And you need to be aware of this. Like there may be like this big talk about there's going to be like this new romantic beginning and we're going to have this fresh start with each other. It's just BS. It's just BS. It's a story. It's not real. It's fantasy. Okay. There's something here that it's like, and you know it too. It's like kind of right in front of your face, I have to say, but there's not a desire to really acknowledge the reality and the gravity of this situation. You know this isn't coming from a healthy place. There's a lot of codependency here. This has like the feel of something that you know isn't good for you. You know it's not in your best interest. You know that if things came to the surface in this situation, if you really looked at it as it was, or if anybody else found out about what's going on here, that it would put you in a really bad spot. All right, in a really bad spot. There is something that's being discovered here. I feel like it's pics. It's pics, you know, it is. Some kind of messages, some kind of something that's been going on online, you know. And you keep wanting this thing to move forward. This person keeps promising it's going to move forward. And then you keep getting these messages that are like, no, sorry, we're going to have to put it off a little bit longer. And it's time for you to really start questioning this. You may even be going over old messages, old communications. You might be getting a second look at things. You're spotting things in this communication that you weren't seeing before. And now you're realizing like, ooh, maybe this wasn't the right direction to head in. One more pass, and then I'll do a cut of the deck, and we'll pull out some other cards here to get some more details. This is definitely a side piece, okay? This is like side piece action. You know, it's fun in the moment. It doesn't feel so good afterwards, though. It leaves you with a bit of indigestion. This is definitely like hookup energy. You know, there may have even been something around this that came in with the last new moon. Maybe in came the sweet talk again, the promise of being able to move things forward. There's a little bit of self-indulgence, kind of like gluttonous kind of energy here. There's also a lot of just, you know, desire to hook up. It's really very sexually oriented. Somebody in this case may be using the sexuality, though, because they're hoping to get like something provided for them. Okay, this could be finances, something along these lines. This could even be a situation where somebody works people like this. Like if you don't, you know, if you don't give me what I want, you know, monetarily, this could be somebody kind of like working somebody in this angle, you know. And if you don't give me what I want, then I'm going to expose all that. I'm going to expose you. I could see this, you know, playing a role too in this situation. But in some way, this is an illusion. This is a hall of mirrors. There's no moving forward here. Any talk about like, oh yeah, we're going to take this to the next level. We're going to move forward with this thing. It's like the next, you know, stage in our connection. I know we've been doing this online forever. This person, meanwhile, has multiple windows open on their computer. They're not just talking to you. They got a whole bunch of conversations going on simultaneously. They got a whole bunch of profiles. They work people in this way. There's something here to be mindful of in this situation. It's multi-layered, and there is no moving forward. This keeps you in the South Node. That's what I got. There's no destiny here. It's a fantasy. It's a story. It's somebody's being worked here in this situation. They're being worked here. And it really comes down to something just as base as it's sexual gratification, sensual gratification. You know, somebody gets off on this. You know, they get off on this, and it sabotages you. Okay, it's going to keep you in a karmic loop. It doesn't lead anywhere rewarding. It's like you start to make plans, you think there's going to be follow through. No, it falls through last moment. That's because it's all BS. There's nothing real here, okay? Cut of the deck energy. Somebody's getting worked here. You're either dealing with this, you know, and you're in a connection like this, or you're finding out somebody that you thought, you know, was a real solid person in your life has got a whole, like, secret identity. Some of you are getting to know somebody online. You think you know who they are. You don't. They got a whole other life going for them. All right. You're not the only person that they're talking to. And in fact, this person may already be married or in a committed relationship. And they got, like, this is something they do for fun. It's like a fantasy. To them, it's nothing. It's like vicariously living out their glory days through, you know, these virtual experiences. The only problem is there's, like, real feelings involved and real life situations, and it's messy. All right. Yeah, you keep waiting for nourishment in this situation. You keep being promised, you know, that, you know, you're going to get some kind of fulfillment here. It leaves you empty. It's because there's nothing here. It was finished before it was started. It's a game. It's a game. And really, this is like, I feel like this is somebody who has, like, some kind of addictive tendency. And it's related to, like, having online flirtations, exchanging, you know, pictures, you know, dick pics, kitty cat pics. Okay. It's got that energy, or they got a porn addiction, you know. There's something here too that has an angle to it where, like, this is not wise behavior. This is not smart behavior. Something about this also really could land you in hot water just from having association with this. And there could be a bit of, you know, somebody manipulating a situation, working a situation for some kind of financial advantage to hold something over another person's head. You know, there could be somebody who's moving in this way and they think they got control of a situation, and then something gets outed or gets threatened to be outed that puts them in a really compromising position where they could stand to lose a lot. You know, there's somebody here that is not operating on an ethical level, and you do need to have, like, your hackles up around this. And where something was hidden, something is being revealed in this matter. It's a little bit dicey, I have to say. I'm going to go ahead and get the super awesome future cards here to get more details on this. Zombies, okay? There's something here that you thought maybe it was buried, like, oh, you know, that'll never resurface, you know, that's done. Just no. Somebody saved those files. Somebody saved those files. Somebody saved those pictures. Somebody saved those texts. Somebody saved receipts. I got that. And somebody wants to use this. They want to use it as a way to gain stronghold in a situation. All right. So be live to this. You may be finding out about this. You may be the one who's digging up this stuff. You unearth something, you know. It's weird. It's like it comes up. It's like a blast from the past when this comes up. Almost like there's this feeling like, not this again. Okay. This could even be an ex that's been keeping an eye on you. You've been talking to somebody. You think you're talking to somebody different. No, you're talking to your ex, okay? You're talking to your ex. All right. Be aware of what you're doing here, because this just has a lot of negative energy around it. There doesn't look like there's anything positive here. It actually looks like very addictive, codependent, unhealthy, and potentially compromising. And somebody here could have a criminal record too, I have to say. It's coming through. Yeah, I mean, I think this is what you desire. You want this love. You feel like you've been through a lot of pain in matters of the heart. You want passion. You know, there's something you're longing for here. I don't think this is where you're going to find it, though. This isn't it. And maybe this is just wasting your time. Maybe this is also about, you know, wanting something to be real, wanting something to be real so much that you're ignoring red flags. Yeah. I mean, this is kiss up energy here, right? You may be starting to just realize this. I think this is what's coming in. There's a definitive moment that's coming in where you start to recognize that you put yourself in a compromising position in a situation. And you might have thought that you had this all under control, and you're recognizing that actually you're in this position. Somebody else has the control over you, but you're getting a different view of it, you know, because it came in reverse. You're getting a different view of it because you're coming across some kind of tangible proof, information, okay, that changes the whole scope of how you see a situation. Yeah, there's secrets here. There's secrets here. And there's multiple people involved in this situation. And yeah, it is fishy. Something ain't right about this situation. And you know it, all right? There is something that's hidden here. But I feel like you're going to come into alignment with what you need to have this truth revealed to you. And it could be the very thing that saves your butt in the nick of time, all right? You might need to be very mindful of how you move through this situation, though, especially with this character who's been wearing a false front. I don't think that they are going to be forthcoming with like, yeah, I've been working you the whole time. No, this character ain't going to do that. All right. Yeah, I think that you're kind of being protected in a situation with the blender in reverse here from a tower. Okay. That's what I got. You're dealing with a situation that if you were to move forward with this thing, all right, in some way, it really just throws your world into total chaos. It could also cause like huge arguments, falling out, a really tempestuous situation where it could be disastrous. I got that, okay? But you're averting this. You're averting this. You may also be finding out that somebody you're dealing with is an alcoholic. And maybe that's like a real big like no-go for you. Maybe this person like made it out like they've cleaned up their act. No, this person's back at it. This is some quality in this connection where there's an addictive quality. Somebody's got vices, somebody's got addictive tendencies, and somebody likes to do a lot of like kind of like fantasy, you know, fantasy over reality in this situation. I got a lot of like online fantasy activity, multiple people, you know, sending pictures, sexting, you know, and there's something here that if you don't get the memo about it and extricate yourself from it, it actually could really cause a lot of disruption. But it's like you're getting a warning. That's what I got. You're getting a warning, and I think it will be shocking when this information comes through for you. You're like, whoa, you weren't expecting this, okay? But it's important that you get this memo because it's going to save you from a world of hurt and what could cause just like horrible disruption in your life. So despite it coming through as a negative, it's a positive for you ultimately because you're just wasting your time here. And you could actually put yourself in a really bad spot. I got that. And I got that somebody here has a record, you know, and you need to be aware of that too. All right, cut of the deck energy. Yeah, break up. Okay. And on the other side of this, spaceship. Okay. So there's something here that's a messy situation. And I do feel like something is being exposed. And when this gets exposed, it breaks this up. Like, and there is a lot of, you know, information coming forward, multiple people involved. It's a complicated situation. It's a messy situation. Maybe a lot of people aren't wanting to look at it. You know, they're kind of turning a blind eye to it. They're turning a blind eye to the role they played in it. But I feel like if you're smart, you'll move on to calmer water and you won't involve yourself in this any further. You'll let people handle their own messes because you're actually meant to move forward in a totally different direction here, okay? And maybe you've been a little bit worried about your security and how you're going to move forward in a particular direction. But I do feel like you're getting more stabilized. You're going to get the roadmap coming up soon here, all right? But I see you definitely by the full moon that comes in Libra. Something's going to be balanced out in the situation that comes in near the end of March, right around spring equinox. Okay, so there's something that shifts in the spring. I see you heading off in a brand new direction that actually is in better alignment for you. But first, you have to feel kind of lost, you know, before you feel found. That's what I get. It's like you're abandoning one thing to move in a new direction that gets illuminated by something coming to the surface. It's not, it's a truth you'd rather unsee, but you can't, okay? And this is going to actually put you in alignment with people you are supposed to connect with, like people who truly are in alignment with you and will give you the keys you need to open up a new door. And this is a true door of opportunity, but before you can open up this door of opportunity in light of what comes forward here, which looks like a messy, like community situation, you're going to figure out what doors you need to close for good and really lock it and throw away that key, okay? Again, criminal history here. Somebody could be getting caught up in a situation as well, so be mindful about this. And make sure that you pull yourself out of some dynamic that you know is not moving in the right direction before you end up getting caught up in this too. I feel like you're getting an opportunity to, you know, pull yourself out of this situation before it really goes south, right? So don't toss away this opportunity or you'll regret